I am Meursault. I'm from the novel The Stranger by Albert Camus. Camus uses me to convey the theme that believing there is no purpose in life can cause someone to be unable to conform to society. I was at Mama's wake with the director. Then he offered to bring me a cup of coffee with milk. I like milk in my coffee, so I said yes. And he came back a few minutes later with a tray. I drank the coffee. Then I felt like having a smoke. But I hesitated, because I didn't know if I could do it with Mama right there. I thought about it. It didn't matter. I offered the caretaker a cigarette, and we smoked. It is customary for the French to drink their coffee black in time of distress, because the coffee is meant to keep them awake, not to be for pleasure. I drink coffee with milk and sugar because I like it that way. I indulged. Most Frenchmen would have thought I was crazy and I did not love my mama. Maybe I didn't love her. None of it mattered. It is also despicable and out of custom to smoke a cigarette in the same room as a loved one's body. However, the director offered me one, so I smoked with him. I do these things because I enjoy them, and it doesn't matter. After Mama's funeral, I rode the train home and returned to work. I was annoyed that I had to miss so much work from my boss asked to talk to me. He told me that he was planning to open an office in Paris. I said yes, but that it really was all the same to me. Then he asked me if I wasn't interested in a change of life. I said that people never change their lives. My boss was very confused with my reaction, because many people would jump at an opportunity to work in Paris and be able to travel around while working there. It wasn't a big deal to me, though. I believe that people don't change their lives because there's no point in changing things. I feel that I might as well keep my life how it is because it will eventually end. After work, Marie came over to my house. That evening, Marie came by to see me and asked if I wanted to marry her. I said it didn't make any difference to me and that we could if she wanted to. Then she wanted to know if I loved her. I answered the same way I had the last time, that it didn't mean anything, but that I probably didn't love her.
Marriage is something that is important in most cultures, including the French, but it was not important to me. Marie finds it strange as well that I do not care about love and marriage in any way, and that it makes no difference to me. A couple days after mine and Marie's conversation about marriage, my friend Raymond invited us to go to the beach with him. While we were there, we got in a brawl with an Arab. The man was affiliated with Raymond's past girlfriend. To keep Raymond from going back to fight the Arab, I took his gun and went on a walk. I ended up shooting the man 5 times, ultimately killing him. I was put on trial for my crime. While on trial, I was asked about my mother. This annoyed me. Nevertheless, I answered that I had pretty much lost the habit of analyzing myself and that it was hard for me to tell him what he wanted to know. I probably did love Mama, but that didn't mean anything. At one time or another, all normal people have wished their loved ones were dead. People love their family. When death strikes a person in the family, everyone is hurting. They are sad and depressed. I don't understand why. I rationalize Mama's death as a part of life and say it doesn't matter because it's just how it is. The jury came to a conclusion and the trial ended. I didn't look in Marie's direction. I didn't have time to, because the preceding judge told me in a bizarre language that I was to have my head cut off in public square in the name of the French people. Then it seemed to me that I suddenly knew what was on everybody's face. It was a look of consideration, I'm sure. The police were very gentle with me. The lawyer put his hand on my wrist. I wasn't thinking about anything anymore. But the preceding judge asked me if I had anything to say. I thought about it. I said, no. That's when they took me away. I had no reaction to my own death. Any other person would be upset hearing that they were to be killed, but I showed no signs of such upset. I did not even think anything when I heard this news. It does not matter to me.